So today we're going to look at Google Data Studio and how to create a very simple button in Google Data Studio. And the way this works is when you look at an actual report and you click on a button, it'll take you to whichever reporting page you want. So if I click back here, it'll take me to page 1. Click here, it'll take me to page 2. Now, most people in Google Data Studio would be used to a very simple text box. And then all you do is you click on the insert link, type in the text you want, and then select the page you want to go to. Now this works fine. You'll see it'll take you to page 2. But the trouble is the look isn't quite correct. So it has an underline, which is there by default. You can remove it, but there's still this blue hue, which is typical of a link. And it's not very appealing to a user to look at this blue, and sometimes it sort of takes away from the look and design of the report. So another way to do this is actually to create an invisible text box in front of your button. And so that way it doesn't affect the look of your button, but at the same time still functionally working. So you'll see here, I've got a text box here where there's a bunch of zeros. And that's actually, when you click off it, it just disappears from the user's view. So let me show you how that's done. So I'll just remove that text box. It's the new text box. And then all you do is click insert link. Now what you need to do here is I've got a notepad here where I've just typed in a bunch of zeros and I've copied them and pasted them repeatedly. I'm just going to copy those and paste those here in the display text. And the link, I'm going to select the page where I want to go to for this button, which is page 2. Apply that. Now when I click off it, you'll see there's a bunch of zeros here. Now that's not what I want. What you need to do now is on that text box, you have to go to first the overlay settings and make sure that's hidden. Then you go to the opacity and make that to 0, so that makes it disappear. And also just make sure in the padding you select those to be 0. So left, right, and top, make those all 0. Now when you click off the button, it just magically disappears. And if you now put into view for your report, click the button, it'll take you to where you're going. So this is great for buttons, and I've also done it for things like images. So you can put an image and make that as a button. So you can see here, in the top left here, I've got a hamburger menu, and that actually takes me to my menu page here. And when I click on any of these buttons, which will take me to page 1, and this will take me to page 2. So let me just show you what that looks like. So on the menu page, you'll see I've done exactly the same thing. I've got a text box which is hidden from the user's view. Same for page 1, same for page 2. And you'll see here all my reports. This is page 1. And then on my hamburger menu, I've also got a little text box here which is hidden from view. So this is quite a useful little technique which allows you to create these nice looking links and buttons which take you to different pages on your Google Data Studio reports. So I hope this was helpful, and yeah, please try this out next time you can.